Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to tackle a question that's probably on the mind of every e-commerce seller out there. Are those Halloween hoodies and sweatshirts really the cash cow they seem to be? Let's dig into the surprising truth behind that bestseller tag.
Okay, let's just dive right in. You see them everywhere online, don't you? Your social media feeds, the front page of every marketplace, and they all have that shiny bestseller badge slapped on them. It feels like a total no-brainer, but is that really the whole story?
And look, to be fair, there is some truth to it. Big platforms like Etsy will tell you that, yeah, when spooky season hits, searches for Halloween sweatshirts and hoodies go through the roof. They absolutely are a popular, frequently bought item. But, and this is a big but, here's where things get really interesting. When you zoom out and look at the entire Halloween market, the bigger picture tells a totally different story. The National Retail Federation tracks billions with a B in spending, but it's completely dominated by three giants: costumes, decorations, and candy. And apparel? It's barely even on the chart compared to the big three. So this gets us to our first huge insight, which is understanding the real Halloween market. Your products, those awesome hoodies, are serving a super profitable niche, but they are not the main event. You have to think of them as a lazy costume, right? Or just some fun festive wear. That's a completely different customer than someone hunting for a full-blown, head-to-toe costume.
What this really means is you're not fighting for the whole multi-billion-dollar pie. You're competing for a very specific, and let me tell you, a very valuable slice of it. And once you get that, really get it, you can position your products perfectly to win that slice.
All right, so you've nailed down your niche. Awesome. But hold on, because there's another massive layer to this, a huge variable that can totally make or break your sales. And guess what? It has absolutely nothing to do with your designs. I'm talking about the great weather divide. You gotta understand, in October, the US is basically two different countries when it comes to weather. Up in the cold north and the Midwest, a cozy hoodie isn't just festive, it's a practical necessity for trick-or-treating. But down in the warm South, a heavy sweatshirt is the last thing anybody wants to wear. Trying to sell a thick hoodie in Florida or a thin t-shirt in Michigan, you're just setting yourself up to fail. It's that simple.
So what this data is screaming at us is that you need a dual product strategy. You should be pushing those cozy, warm hoodies to all the cooler northern states, while focusing your t-shirt and lightweight designs on the warmer South. And for those states kind of caught in the middle, offering a bundle with both is a genius move. Okay, so now we know what to sell and where to sell it, so let's build a playbook. This is how you sidestep those classic and frankly devastating mistakes that take out so many new print-on-demand stores, especially during the holidays. First things first, and I can't stress this enough, this is absolutely critical. You have to deal with the #1 hidden risk in this entire game. I'm talking about intellectual property infringement. Using characters from movies, TV shows, video games, that stuff is the fastest way to get your entire store nuked from orbit. Seriously. This is completely non-negotiable. Before every single listing you put up, you have to run this 3-step check. Search the trademark database. Do a reverse image search of your artwork. Check the big platforms. It only takes a few minutes, but it can save your business from a disastrous DMCA takedown. And that's that scary legal notice that forces places like Amazon to pull your listings down, like, immediately. All right, next up, your profit. And believe me, it lives and dies by the blank garments you choose. Think of Gildan as your workhorse for high-volume, novelty stuff, where price is everything. But if you want to build a real brand, with repeat customers, investing in the quality and feel of something like Bella Plus Canvas or Independent Trading Co. is the way to go. But hey, the blank itself is only half the story, right? You need the right print provider to make your designs pop. Monster Digital, they're your fantastic all-rounder for getting stuff out fast, nationwide. If your designs are all about bright, vibrant colors, Dream Junction is your go-to. And for prints that need to last, Stoked on Printing is legendary for durability. Okay, here's a serious pro tip for you. Stop making the choice yourself. Use automated tools like Printify Choice. It automatically sends each order to the best provider that's closest to your customer. It makes sure every single order is fast and looks great, automatically. It's a game changer. All right, let's get to the final and maybe most important piece of this whole puzzle, your actual strategy. This is where you have to decide. Are you just in this for some quick seasonal cash, or are you trying to build a real long-lasting brand? So you've basically got two main paths you can go down. The first is dropshipping. That's where you sell existing hot products like costumes. Yeah, you can make some quick cash, but wow, the competition is brutal. The other path is print on demand, where you create your own unique designs. This is how you build a real brand, one that can still be making you money long after October 31st.
But here's the real secret. The pros, the really smart sellers, they don't pick one. Nope. They use a hybrid strategy to get the absolute best of both worlds. They combine those quick profits with long-term brand building.
Let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You could drop ship a super trendy Barbie costume because you know it's going to sell like crazy. You're riding that huge, massive pop culture wave, and at the same time, you're selling your own unique, awesome skeleton print hoodie. You're building your brand and capturing a totally different customer. See how that works?
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway here? Real success this Halloween isn't about just throwing up a best-selling hoodie and hoping for the best. It's about understanding you're in a niche, using weather data to your advantage, protecting your business with those IP checks, and using a smart hybrid model for both quick sales and real long-term growth.
And that really leaves us with one final question, a big one you should ask yourself as you're planning all this out. Are you just building a little pop-up shop that disappears on November 1st? Or are you actually building a real brand that can thrive season after season all year long?